What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I'm excited to have you on this week's webinar, the Profit Power Hour. If you are new, first, I want to say thanks for being here. Second, I want to say be here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST. These are completely free webinars. They're not sales webinars. There's no, bait and switch tactics happening here. This is just my way of giving you free information so you keep your money. Like, there's really no need to go buy a bunch of courses and spend thousands of dollars on a bunch of videos that you're probably not going to watch when you could just get on here once a week and get training from me. I'm endorsed and certified by Shopify and have been doing this since 2014, 2015, like the Shopify game. So I've been around. I know a lot. And last week, I think I proved that with something that I showed you all. So yeah, just make sure you're here every week. It's completely free, and it's my way of continuing your education. On this welcome screen here at the tip top, you'll see where it says claim your free Shopify store build. You can do that at profitph.com/free store. If you do not yet have a store, what are you doing? Go to profitph.com/free store and get a free store build at least. We don't pay for your Shopify account because, well, we're not stupid. Like, we would go broke if we paid for everybody's Shopify accounts. That is, for you to do. It's $1 for 3 months. Then I think their basic plan's like 29 bucks or 39 bucks, something like that. So it's not much. And below are recommended vendors. I got a really big announcement coming up in the next week or two. It's just like insane. It's massive. It's going to, I really believe, change the game for a lot of people, and it will be yours free. So I'm not going to sell it to you. Okay. So it's a partnership that I'm doing with a huge vendor that is in the United States of America. That's going to ship fast. You're not going to have any worries about, China or anything like that. And it's going to be big. So just be prepared and make sure that you show up every single week. But below are our recommended vendors. Zendrop, they are an American company, but they do use factories in China. They also use vendors in the US. So they're kind of a hybrid. You get some China products, some US products. Shine On, 100% USA. So everything is made in St. Pete, Tampa, Florida, shipped anywhere in the world. So epic stuff. And then CJ Drop Shipping, which is like just a better version than AliExpress. Now, last week we had a really cool webinar, and what I did is I basically went and I showed you all 2 weeks ago. I was unable to make the live stream, right? And that was 13 days ago basically. And I did this whole webinar on this dog life jacket. So y'all should go back and watch this. It's a cool product that's about to pop off. All right, so I went over strategies and looking for products, and then I started talking about how we accidentally found this really cool product that I never thought would sell. I would have looked at and thought was stupid, but actually, like, our customers started demanding this product. We started seeing sales for this product without even marketing the product. They were coming to our store and just buying it, right? And so anyways, we went over this product, and a really nice guy, Howard Matthews, a student, he kind of questioned, like, Adrian, like, you showed this product every year around this time, like, does this really work, right? We know that it's a good product, but does it really work, or is it a bright, shiny object, so on and so forth? He wasn't hating. He was asking a very genuine and intelligent question, right? It's always good to ask questions. You just got to listen to the answers when you get them. A lot of people like to ask questions, but they don't like to listen to the answers. So anyways, I did a whole nother webinar, and this is why I think you all should continue getting on here, really addressing his question, right? And so this webinar, I addressed that question, and we went over some of the statistics that prove that that jacket is a great evergreen product year after year, which then showed me giving you all roughly 20 years of data proving that every single year this product pops off, like every year, right around now. And this was that data right here from 2004 to now. So I think these are two really cool webinars that you should go watch on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Adrian Morrison. And the dog life jacket, it's about to pop off. Just watch. The data is already showing it's doing the same thing it does every single year around this time. Now, I'm not going to talk about that this webinar because I already talked about it all last webinar. What I want to talk to you about on this webinar is what some hot trending products are that you could tap into on Zendrop. Many of you that had your store built, when you get your store, you get 20 products. Those of you that got the premium theme, which wasn't required, but we gave you a little bonus if you did, you got 100 products. It's a lot of products. But no matter if you got a 20 or 100, you always want to be adding more products to your store at all times. The more products that you have on your store, to a certain extent, the more buying opportunity there is for customers. They may not like the products that are on your store and find something else that you add to your store next week or the next week or the next week. You don't want to have thousands of products in your store, but you do always want to be adding new hot trending things to your store, things that are in demand currently. So I would say, a couple products a week to your store, 5 products, 10 products a week to test out. It's not a bad idea. So you all know that you could come into Zendrop and you can essentially just say, I want to look at hot products. So I could type in the dog niche. And then they're going to show me tons of hot products, or not all of these I would say are hot products, but tons of products in the dog niche. There's just pages and pages and pages and pages, 209 pages of dog products. So the real question is to put it bluntly, how the hell do you know what a good product is? You're new, you just got a brand new store, maybe you've been in the game for a minute, but you're still learning the ropes. How the hell are you going to know what a good product is? You're just going to guess? You're going to cover your eyes and go any, mini, money, mo, and pray to the heavens above that you make the right choice? If that's your strategy, well, then you're screwed and you may as well give up, all right? Because that is not how you do product research. You actually have to do real research like I showed you last week. You got to look at Google Trends. You got to see, what the market is demanding. What season is it? Is it spring? Is it summer? What holiday is around the corner, like Mother's Day coming up? The holidays and the seasons dictate what the market is going to want and demand. And that's how I teach you how to do product research. But Zendrop has this upgraded account that you can get called the Plus plan. And it takes you from having basically a free account to paying $600 a year, or if monthly, $80 a month. And that is, yes, I know, it is expensive, especially for somebody that is just now starting out, right? You have a lower budget, you're getting your feet wet, you got a free store, you don't want to go spend thousands of dollars on courses and softwares and all of these things. I totally get it. So one of the things that we do is, I'm an investor in Zendrop, friends with the founder and the team. They know that I do this, and it's just something I said, hey, I'm going to do this. Like, this is what, I want my students, I want my followers to have good content, and I'm just straight up, I'm not going to gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? So I have a Plus account, so your boy is going to show you what the hot products are on Zendrop without you having to pay for a Plus account. Now, I do that every other week. Do I think that if it's within your budget, you should, have a Plus account? Yeah, I do, because you probably use it every damn day. But I do my best when I get on here to give you all the best content possible. And so one of the things in the Plus account that they give is their top winning products. You'll see here it says, discover the latest and hottest products on the market with our weekly updated list of top winners. So this can save you time, it can save you money by easily finding trending products that are in demand right now. So obviously Zendrop sees what sells. They see what all their sellers on their platform are selling. They know what the demand is. They know what, people are buying, and they curate a pretty tight list of hot products under this tab, trending products. But you can only get access to it with the $600 a year account, which again, I do recommend. But for those of you that can't afford that, it's not in your budget, I just show it to you. And that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to look at some of the top trending products right now, which we haven't done in what feels like a month. So again, I don't do this every week, but you know, these are the products right now that are in demand. We're going to talk about what these products are, which ones I think that you should copy and clone or, you know, attempt to sell, and which ones I think you should avoid, even though they are trending. And I'll explain to you why you should avoid them. Because our goal here is to find things that are easier to sell, not things that are harder to sell. So I'm going to give you a look at through the back door here, behind the curtain. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to keep getting on the Profit Power Hour, and you know, I'll keep showing you stuff like this. But let's real quick before we get started, I want you to write something down. All right. So I want you to write down marketers versus salespeople. Seriously, write it down or type it in your phone or on an iPad or whatever. Marketers versus salespeople. Okay. Now, there's a big difference between marketers and salespeople. Generally, I personally think it shows on their face. Marketers typically look refreshed, young, healthy, vibrant, happy. Salespeople typically look older, washed up, stressed, maybe losing their hair. That can happen naturally though, but stress certainly, accelerates hair loss. And marketers typically make more money than salespeople from what I have seen. I could be wrong, but I'm just going based off what I've seen. Marketers typically make more money than salespeople. Now, you got to understand that when you are running a Shopify store and you're doing online stuff, you are not a salesperson. You're a marketer. Doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to be ultra successful. It just means that your path to success, your journey to success, is nowhere near as damaging, nowhere near as rugged, nowhere near as tough, in my opinion, than a salesperson. Because salespeople take a product that you don't want, they try to shove it down your throat and force you to buy it. They try to get you on the phone and sell you. They try to knock on your door and get you to, while you're busy doing something else, and try to get you to pay them to wash your windows or change your insurance or buy this magic spray stuff that makes any stain disappear. And you know, it's a struggle to get that money. It's a struggle to get that sale. You're interrupting somebody that's not currently looking for what you have and trying to convince them that they need it. Whereas marketers find what you already want, right? Marketers are looking for products that people in the masses already want, and then they just share those products and put those products in front of people's faces that actually want them. So there's no selling involved. It's, hey, you wanted this, here it is, and here it is at a good deal. There's no selling at that point. It's just common sense. So my goal here is to show you products that you don't have to sell people on, and that really just kind of sell themselves or people already want. So one of the top products right now is this anti-bark torch. Okay, so this combines powerful ultrasonic technology with the convenience of built-in LED flashlight to effectively deter unwanted barking. It's easy to use. It has a 3-head ultrasonic emitter that emits a high-pitched sound, which is unpleasant to dogs. I could have used this earlier today when my 2 little Pomeranians were going berserk while I was on a conference call. But here's the thing. You don't have to sell somebody on why they don't want their dogs to go crazy barking all the time. Nobody wants to hear their dogs bark. Nobody's neighbor wants to hear their dog barking all day when their owner leaves, right? So maybe you're on a phone call, maybe you're trying to watch television, whatever it may be, right? This is not a product that you really need to sell to somebody else. There are tons of people that are looking for ways to stop dog barking, all right? This is a solution. It's not a product. It's a solution to a problem. Now, if I jump over here to Google Analytics, I've never done this before, but I'm just going to type this in. Stop dog barking. Just curious. Over the last 5 years, this is consistently, and it's funny because in 2020 it peaked because people were at home with their dogs more often. That's hilarious. 2020 is always interesting to see the data there. But this is always above a 50, meaning that there is always a high volume of searches on Google for how to get your dog to stop barking, right? It looks like, you know, Idaho and Colorado really want their dogs to stop barking. So here's other queries. My dog barks, everything passes by. My neighbor's dog won't stop barking. So we know that this is a hot product, right? Because the market is always demanding something like this. No matter how we look at the data, if we look at past 12 months, it's at 75 and above. If we look at the last 30 days, it's at 50 and above. If we look at the last 7 days, you know, it's most of the time 50 and above, with some days where the data is a little bit whatever. The last 5 years, it's going to be above 50. Let's look at the last 20 years. All right, last 20 years, it just has gotten more and more searches, okay? So we know that this is a product that will sell itself, that the market is currently demanding, right? And always seems to be demanding. This is an evergreen product. So I like the dog life jackets, but those are not as evergreen and they're seasonal, but this is not seasonal. So yeah, this is a product that I would say, hey, look, you should probably start selling this. This is a hot product selling right now. The market is always looking for something like this. You're good to go. Now, some of the other products that are hot right now, like this plastic water bottle, okay? So this is a hot product. Zendrop is saying this is selling right now, okay? This plastic water bottle is. And there are a lot of people, I'm assuming, that search for plastic water bottles. I don't know, like, okay, well, maybe not, over not as much as the dog barking tool, but let's look at 12 months. It's still pretty high. So why would I say this one would be one that I might avoid? Well, there's nothing special about it. It's a freaking clear water bottle. You can go buy this at Walmart, right? You got to sell somebody on why they need this water bottle. No one's just going to see this water bottle and say, oh my God, I have to have that water bottle. I need it right now. I have this huge problem. I don't have a water bottle and I can't drink water without a water bottle. So I got to buy this water bottle right now. No, this is a product that you will have to sell. Someone has figured out how to market this and someone has found, you know, a way to do volume to this. But I think the average person, you put this on your store and market it, you know, like people are gonna be like, why the hell do I care about another water bottle? You know what I'm saying? Even though it's trending. So you have to look at things like that. What is that water bottle a solution to? Well, yeah, thirst, but people already have water bottles. They might not have a dog pet repeller because they got a brand new dog and it won't shut up and they can't figure out how to make it stop barking. Hydration backpacks. This is cool because it does solve an issue, solve a problem. It's for hikers and backpackers. This rotating aroma humidifier. There's tons of humidifiers out here, but these are products that get people's attention because they look cool. They have that wow factor. They're unique. They're eye catching. They're techy. They sell themselves just because they look cool. I mean, it looks pretty dope. You got this aroma thing, it's dripping water down the umbrella, it's peaceful, it looks cool on your desk or whatever. It's a cool product. Aroma humidifiers always pop off, and that's something I think would be easier to sell than the water bottle. The warm cages hut tent. It's for birds. So somebody has cracked the bird pet market for parrots, apparently. And you know, you got to be careful because sometimes some of these products that are popping off right now in Zendrop's top sellers could be a top seller because one or two beasts of e-com websites are selling it. And it's not like a bunch of people are selling this. Maybe it's one or two people that are doing a lot of volume. They did some really hot targeting, hit a hot market, and it worked. But this is still niche, and there are a lot of people that have pet birds and parrots. So if you can get the right targeting on this, this is something that might be interesting to test out. It's just a much smaller niche market. Now, this electrical protein shaker bottle is much better than the regular water bottle because, again, it solves an issue. Protein, you got to shake it up and it gets clunky and clumpy and all that stuff. This is a cool thing that you can travel with, throw your protein in it, and it will, break your protein down for you. Again, there are a lot of these, but not a ton of people have them. So it's still a unique thing. And tons of people every day start working out and decide that they want to do, that they want to get started lifting and they want to do better with nutrition and all of those things. And so there's always new people in the market looking for better ways to drink their supplements and their protein, right? So again, a pretty, nice product, I would say. Let's scroll down here. Let's look. I'm not going to go over all of these, but I am going to go over the ones that stick out. The children's visual schedule charts, okay? Every day people are having kids. Every day those kids are getting to ages where they need to start learning how to do stuff. And people buy stuff like this. This week alone, I've spent $300 on Paw Patrol toys, just for my 2-year-old that he plays in the bathtub with and does all sorts of stuff with. Parents just buy stuff for their kids, right? So kid stuff usually works, but this one, it's showing it's a visual learning schedule chart. So, there's an angle for that. The HeatFlex wireless knee massager. Every day, people's knees are in pain. They're working out, they get hurt, they get old, they have arthritis, they have all these different things that go wrong. This is something that's always in demand. It's something that's unique, it's cool, it fits on your knee, it works and massages and heats at the same time. It sells itself. If you have knee pain and you see this thing pop up and you've tried a bunch of stuff and taken pills and done all this stuff, and you say, well, shit, I'll try this. Like, let me get this thing and see if this thing works. Again, it sells itself. It's the solution to a problem, right? The USB rechargeable candles. I love seeing some variants are out of stock because that means that it gives me a good indicator of when there are options, which ones are selling the most. And it's the pink glass. So the pink glass variant is out of stock. So be on the lookout for when that does come back in stock, because that's the variant that apparently customers are interested in. You can just click on this and be notified when those are in stock. But they have a golden glass one, a gray glass one, and looks like they actually got a new pink glass one now. So there's a new pink glass. But this is cool. USB rechargeable flameless candles. So we love candles in my house. We always have them lit. They smell good. They look nice. They create a good ambiance. These are, candles are expensive because they burn and you got to buy more, and they burn and you got to buy more. These give you that same effect, but save you a bunch of money. Again, you don't have to sell somebody on that. They look cool. They save money. They give the same ambiance. The women's square steel watch, avoid it because there's a gazillion watches. You got to sell somebody on why that watch is what they need to wear, and it's nothing special. The waist trainer, I mean, like tons of people wear waist trainers. I still think this one's a little bit harder to sell because it's so generic, but lots of people want to shrink their waist. So there's an angle behind that, but I wouldn't say it's viral or anything like that. The car pet nest, again, same thing with dog toys. Dog toys always just work. People love their dogs. The scratch resistant nylon strainer, like you really, for this to sell, in my opinion, you need to be displaying the benefit of it. This picture is not going to work. So, one thing about strainers is, you can burn your hands when you're pouring hot water into a strainer, or sometimes they're kind of just messy, complicated to use. This one seems to have a spin effect that makes things a little bit easier. So I don't really cook a lot, so I don't really, I don't know, but people like it. It's obviously doing well, but that's something that you need to exemplify. You need to show people. This one requires a little bit of selling. Why do I need this strainer and not the one that's in my kitchen? You see what I'm saying? You have to show them and let the product sell itself. Handmade pet house. I mean, this just looks like a basket with little cat ears on it. Good luck selling that. Someone's figured it out, but that one's not going to get as much attention. Square transparent glass. Good luck selling that. That one's not going to get a bunch of viral attention. You're probably going to lose money if you advertise that. The pure bamboo hairbrushes. There is a market for people that love bamboo stuff. Whoever figured out how to sell a boatload of these bamboo hairbrushes is a genius. I'd like to talk to him because I don't see how you buy ads for bamboo hairbrushes and sell them to people that already got hairbrushes at a very high volume at a low cost. So somebody knows what they're doing selling this. The all glass teapot, this is cool. It looks unique, right? So it's something that's going to get people's attention, especially avid tea lovers. This is something that will sell itself. It's something that's in high demand. Tons of people love making tea. They're always trying out different, tea makers and teapots and things. Anti-spy private laptop thing. Like really, if you want to advertise this particular product, just target people that are married in a relationship. There's really not much else I have to say there. They're in a relationship or married, they probably, don't want their whomever to see what they're looking at if they're being bad. And so they're going to use that. I never trust somebody with a screen protector on their phone because it means they're looking at stuff that, they might not want anybody else to see. And since my wife is across the way from her, I want to remind her that I've never had screen protectors on my phones or on my laptop. So you can freely see them at all angles because, well, I'm a good boy. Masking tape sticker stuff. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to skip it. So you'll see there are a lot of viral, like I wouldn't say viral for all of them, but there's a lot of random products in here that have viral-esque sells. This handheld single lens with screen endoscope. I don't really know what this is, so I don't want to speak to this, but it looks like some sort of camera. It's endoscope. Okay, got it. All right, well, I don't know too much about that, but it's selling. So you end up discovering things that are selling that you just never would have thought of. Maybe you got to do some research on what they even are, what the benefit is of them. Then there's stuff that just makes sense, like babies like to be swaddled, right? And babies cry. And here is a baby automatic pat soothing device that you can wrap around your baby and kind of pats them to keep them from crying. Big problem, cool solution, and it looks cute. So again, this is not something that you really got to do a lot of research on, that you really got to know a lot about to sell. You just got to target people with kids. All people with kids want their kids to not cry. Men's body shaper, like I don't know any men that are wearing Spanx, but like I know that it happens. So, you really got to hit a specific market for this that wants to look thinner in their suits and stuff like that. I've never tapped into this, but it is kind of interesting this would be an interesting to play with and think about how to market that, but it's selling, right? Something I would never think of is selling. Dog toy, armband heart rate monitor. There's a gazillion of these. Why do they need this one? It's got to be a hella good deal. That's the only reason they would need it, right? So that's going to be something that you would have to sell and exemplify all of the benefits. Stainless steel racks. I just don't even try to sell that one with ads. Like it's not going to work. Dissolving nail polish. I don't know too much about nail polish, but removal wipes. But I know that you got to wipe it off at some point. So like maybe these are good, but it seems like you could just buy these at CVS. So why would somebody order them online? I don't know. I don't know the benefit of that. You need to know the benefits of some of these things to get people to really sell them. Posture corrector, yeah, this has been popping off for like years and years and years. Everybody has bad posture. Everybody wants to fix it. This is an evergreen product, evergreen. Target people that have, you know, back problems, scoliosis, things like that, which that's easy targeting, to be honest. What else do we have here? Green laser line, ultrasonic. I guess it cleans your glasses. Portable travel luggage. Yeah, that could work. Baby foam arm sleeves. This is gonna pop off because it's summertime. Kids air rocket launcher. Another kid's toy. Another kid's toy. You see the kids' toys are always up here. Let's see if there's anything else. There's a lot of products. It's 3 pages, so I'm not gonna be able to get through them all. We're already at 30 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll go through the next page or 2 pages next week. But from the first page, what I really want you to focus on is the anti-bark torch. The pill organizer is cool, but you can buy that at CVS. There's nothing special about it. Hydration backpack is okay, but I think the pet dog repeller is better to start with. The rotating aroma humidifier. If you want to target bird owners, this could work, but I mean, I don't know much about the bird pet market. The heat flex thing, I think this could be very cool to advertise to people like, you know, 40, 45 plus that have knee problems. The rechargeable LED candles, these could be very cool. Very, very cool. People love that stuff, 20+-year-olds. The teapot thing, just target people that are interested in tea and tea brands. The baby automatic pat thing, I would definitely check that out. You know, the dog toy is going to be still harder to market because there's a gazillion dog toys. You need to know the benefits of this dog toy. The posture thing, I think is kind of played out with ads, unless you have a good angle. And that's what I would focus on from the front page. There's a lot of products here, but we're only looking at a couple. So I'm not saying go advertise all these. I'm saying these are the ones I would focus on if I were you, okay? And then next week we'll go over the rest of them, and I'll look at any questions you might have. If you comment underneath my video on YouTube, I can look at those questions and kind of address those questions each week to the best of my ability. So if you go watch this replay on YouTube in a day or two, you can leave some questions underneath it, and it'd be cool. I'd be happy to address those. That was fun. All right, so that is it for tonight. Love you all. Wish you a ton of success. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Go check out these products. Get them on your store. Start testing ads to them. They're what's selling right now, and the ones I pointed out are ones I feel like sell themselves. Because remember, you want to be a marketer, not a salesperson. So you don't want to have to sell people stuff that they don't want. You want stuff that people are demanding, that they want, that they desire, and you want to place it in front of their face and give them a good deal. And it's a win-win situation. All right, that's it. See you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST. Signing off from the Profit Power Hour. Have a good night.